Today, we're diving into a topic that touches many, often without us even realizing it: self-sabotage. It's the stealthy thief of dreams, the silent barrier to our success, and yet it's a habit pattern deeply rooted within us. Have you ever set a goal, felt the thrill of progress, only to find yourself inexplicably off track shortly after? That's self-sabotage. But why do we do it? And more importantly, how can we stop? Join me as we explore the depths of self-sabotage, understand its mechanisms, and learn strategies to dismantle it. Because your biggest adversary in achieving your dreams might just be you. Understanding self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is a series of decisions and actions that directly hinder our progress and success. It's like being your own worst enemy, engaging in habits that prevent you from achieving your goals. But why do we do this to ourselves? The answer often lies deep within our subconscious, stemming from fear, low self-esteem, or past traumas. Recognizing self-sabotage is the first step toward overcoming it. It can manifest in various forms, such as procrastination, perfectionism, self-doubt, and even self-destructive behaviors. Common forms of self-sabotage. Self-sabotage can manifest in various behaviors that undermine personal goals, relationships, and successes. Recognizing these common forms is crucial for addressing and ultimately overcoming them. Here are some of the most prevalent types of self-sabotage. 1. Procrastination, delaying tasks and responsibilities until the last minute, is a classic form of self-sabotage. It often results from fear of failure, fear of success, or perfectionism. Procrastination can lead to increased stress, reduced productivity, and a sense of guilt or inadequacy. 2. Perfectionism. While striving for excellence is positive, perfectionism becomes a form of self-sabotage when the individual sets unrealistically high standards that are impossible to meet. This can lead to significant stress, avoidance of starting or completing tasks, and a sense of failure when those high standards are inevitably not met. 3. Impostor syndrome. Impostor syndrome involves doubting one's abilities and feeling like a fraud. It can lead individuals to sabotage their own success because they believe they don't truly deserve their accomplishments or positions. This might cause them to avoid taking on new challenges or opportunities for fear of being exposed. 4. Negative self-talk. Engaging in a critical inner dialogue that focuses on one's perceived faults and failures can be a significant self-sabotaging behavior. This negative self-talk reinforces self-doubt and a fear of failure, often paralyzing individuals from taking action towards their goals. 5. Overthinking, overanalyzing decisions or potential outcome can lead to paralysis by analysis, where the individual becomes so caught up in weighing every possible consequence that they fail to act. This indecision can result in missed opportunities and feelings of stagnation. 6. Avoiding change. Resisting change or new opportunities because they feel uncomfortable or risky can keep individuals stuck in unsatisfying or harmful situations. This avoidance is a way to maintain the status quo, even when change could lead to improved circumstances. 7. Self-medicating. Turning to substances like alcohol, drugs, or even excessive eating or shopping as a way to cope with stress, anxiety, or other negative emotions is a form of self-sabotage. While it may offer temporary relief, it ultimately avoids addressing the underlying issues and can lead to additional problems. 8. Setting unrealistic goals. While setting goals is essential for growth, establishing unrealistic or unattainable goals sets one up for failure. This can be a form of self-sabotage when used to reinforce beliefs about personal inadequacy or to avoid the real work needed to achieve more realistic objectives. 9. Relationship sabotage. In relationships, self-sabotage can manifest as pushing away others, picking fights, or engaging in behaviors that undermine trust and intimacy. This often stems from fears of vulnerability, intimacy, or being unworthy of love. 10. Focusing on short-term gratification. Prioritizing immediate pleasures or relief over long-term goals can derail progress in various aspects of life, including career, relationships, and personal growth. This tendency towards instant gratification can be a significant barrier to achieving sustained success and fulfillment. Recognizing these behaviors in oneself is the first step toward overcoming self-sabotage. With awareness, it becomes possible to implement strategies aimed at breaking these patterns and fostering a more productive, positive approach to personal goals and relationships. Root causes of self-sabotage. To truly combat self-sabotage, we must understand its roots. Often, it's linked to a fear of failure or a deep-seated belief that we don't deserve success. These beliefs might stem from past experiences, traumas, or societal pressures. Another root cause is the fear of the unknown. Change, even positive, can be scary. Understanding these underlying fears is a significant step in addressing self-sabotage. Here's a deeper look at the primary root causes. 1. Fear of failure. Many people fear failure so intensely that they sabotage their own efforts to avoid the possibility of a larger defeat. This fear often originates from past experiences where failure led to significant consequences or emotional distress. The paradox here is that by avoiding failure through self-sabotage, individuals ensure the very outcome they wish to avoid. 2. Fear of success. Ironically, the fear of success is as potent a cause as the fear of failure. Success can subconsciously be seen as threatening due to the changes it might bring, such as higher expectations, more responsibility, or disrupting the status quo of one's life. People might sabotage their success to avoid these perceived negative outcomes. 3. Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem or self-worth leads individuals to believe they don't deserve success. This belief can cause them to engage in behaviors that ensure they don't achieve their goals, reinforcing their negative self-view and creating a vicious cycle of self-sabotage. 4. Perfectionism. While striving for excellence can be positive, perfectionism can be a destructive form of self-sabotage. Perfectionists often set unattainably high standards for themselves. When they inevitably fail to meet these standards, they may give up entirely or avoid starting projects to protect themselves from the perceived shame of not achieving perfection. 5. Fear of the unknown. Humans are creatures of habit, and the unknown represents a risk. Success and change can be as frightening as failure because they lead to unknown situations and challenges. Some people sabotage their progress to remain in their comfort zone, where everything feels safe and predictable. 6. Guilt and worthiness issues. Feeling undeserving of happiness or success, often stemming from guilt over past actions or the belief that one is inherently unworthy, can lead to self-sabotage. This might be seen in relationships, careers, or personal growth opportunities, where individuals subconsciously ruin their chances at success. 7. Control. For some, self-sabotage is a way to stay in control. By undermining their own efforts, they can control the failure, making it less painful than an unexpected failure. This control provides a twisted form of comfort, as failing on one's own terms feels less daunting than facing unforeseen challenges. 8. Past traumas. Unresolved traumas can deeply impact one's sense of self and their belief in their ability to succeed. Traumas can instill a deep-seated fear of repetition of past pains, leading individuals to sabotage themselves in an attempt to avoid potential hurt, even in unrelated scenarios. 9. Overwhelm and lack of coping skills. When individuals feel overwhelmed by their goals or the steps required to achieve them, they might engage in self-sabotage as a way to escape the pressure. This often relates to a lack of coping skills for managing stress, anxiety, or the demands of pursuing significant changes or accomplishments. Strategies to prevent self-sabotage. How do we stop self-sabotage in its tracks? The answer lies in awareness, action, and adjustment. Begin with self-awareness. Acknowledge your self-sabotaging behaviors and understand their triggers. Setting realistic goals is another powerful strategy. Break your goals into manageable tasks and celebrate small victories along the way. Embrace imperfection. Understand that mistakes are part of the journey and essential for growth. Developing a support system is also crucial. Share your struggles and victories with friends, family, or support groups. Lastly, practice mindfulness and self-compassion. Be present and kind to yourself through the process. Implementing change. Implementing these strategies requires patience and perseverance. Start small, focusing on one area of self-sabotage at a time. Celebrate your progress, no matter how minor it may seem. Remember, overcoming self-sabotage is a journey, not a destination. It's about making incremental changes that lead to significant growth over time. Embracing imperfection. Perfection is an illusion, a mirage that keeps moving further away the closer you think you get. Learning to embrace imperfection doesn't mean settling for mediocrity. It means understanding that mistakes and setbacks are part of the journey. Each misstep is a lesson, not a failure. By shifting our mindset to view challenges as opportunities for growth, we disarm one of self-sabotage's most potent weapons. Developing a support system building. A support system of friends, family, or even a professional counselor can provide you with a sounding board for your fears and frustrations. More importantly, they can offer objective feedback and encouragement, helping you to see when you're falling into self-sabotage and reminding you of your worth and potential. Practicing mindfulness in self-compassion. Mindfulness teaches us to live in the present, to recognize our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Through practices like meditation, we can learn to quiet the inner critic that feeds our self-sabotaging behaviors. Coupled with self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we'd offer a good friend, mindfulness can be a powerful tool in our arsenal against self-sabotage. Small steps for big changes. Overcoming self-sabotage isn't about monumental shifts overnight. It's about the small, consistent steps we take each day. Start by identifying one self-sabotaging habit you want to change. Focus on this single change and implement small, manageable actions to overcome it. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, because each step forward is a victory over your self-sabotaging tendencies. Maintaining momentum change is a marathon, not a sprint. Maintaining momentum in the fight against self-sabotage requires patience and persistence. There will be days when old habits resurface, and that's okay. What matters is how you respond. Instead of beating yourself up, acknowledge the slip, learn from it, and redirect your course. Remember, resilience is not about never falling. It's about how many times you're willing to get back up. In closing, self-sabotage is a complex challenge, deeply rooted in our fears and insecurities. But it's not insurmountable. With awareness, understanding, and a commitment to change, we can break free from the chains of self-sabotage. It requires us to be brave, to confront our inner demons, and to take control of our narrative. But the rewards, personal growth, self-fulfillment, and the achievement of our true potential are well worth the effort. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you learned valuable lessons from this video, please subscribe, like, and share this video with a close friend. Until next time.